Hey there, happy day 1086 of What You Up To Now. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, documenting the journey as I transition from brick and mortar corporate world of business to the online world of business. I like to call it the real world of business, but it annoys some of my friends. So, real world to the online world, the digital world, the internet world. So I don't say that like, except mostly in jest these days. But when I first got online, it was like, this is la la land, people. You have no idea. So there's a lot of differences in being a remote and internet based, home based, usually home based. Sometimes we move to offices and have offices, but a lot of times the beauty of being in the internet business, being in the digital age and the digital business is that we can work from home. I think a lot of people have found that out in the last year or so with COVID and everything. Maybe, I guess we're not quite coming up on a year, but in a month or two, it'll be a year that people have realized that there are massive advantages to working from home. I think we've been telling people that. Of course, there's the same disadvantages that there's always been. It requires a certain amount of discipline and organization and things that sometimes people have a hard time creating on their own. So that leads to our topic today. I was thinking about, and I specifically said, what's your break point? Not your breaking point, because that's a very different thing. Our breaking point is very different than when we need to take a break, when we need to stop and pause and recharge our batteries. What got me to thinking about this is yesterday I was doing a whole bunch of organizing and sorting and tidying up of things that I'd been putting off, if I'm not gonna lie, for like a year. Stuff I've been putting off organizing for a really long time that I said, okay, I've been putting up with this long enough. I guess I reached my breaking point in terms of tolerating it. And I said, all right, I need to do something about this. I need to pick it up, organize it, sort it, figure it out, and make it work for me. So I did that, and I did it literally for, I don't know, probably 6 or 7 hours. And then I was like, oh my God, I haven't taken a break. I need to take a break. This is my break point. Now, it wasn't quite my breaking point, but it was getting there, right? It was getting to the point where I'd been working on it for too long. And normally, if I'm doing a work project, I actually schedule in break points, time off, just time to reflect, time to do certain things, time to plan, time to do different activities that are a break between activities, so that I'm not on the phone for too many hours in a row, or I'm not writing too many hours in a row, or I'm not trying to read too many hours in a row, things like that. I break things up. I break up my activities because it makes me more efficient. So it got me thinking about, what is your break point? What is your what's your pain tolerance, right? How long can you do an activity before you need to take a break? Some people can go a really, really long time without taking a break. And to me, it seems the more excited or energized I am about a project, the less I need breaks. Unless, of course, I just get burnt out and exhausted. If it's a challenging task, I tend to need more little mindset shifts and breaks. And sometimes a break is just stopping what I'm doing, taking a few deep breaths, and then pausing and pondering, sipping some coffee, and then coming back to it with a fresh set of eyes, a fresh mind. So I'm curious, do you think a high or low break point? As in, not breaking point, as in, I've had it, I've fed up, I can't take this anymore. I have a super duper high breaking point. My breaking point is like unhealthily high. I will keep doing something till it literally kills me, even though I should take a break and stop doing it. So I've learned that I can't just focus on what's my breaking point. I need to know, at what point do I just need a break, a refresher, a recharge? Maybe you just need a fresh cup of coffee. So you walk in, you get a fresh cup of coffee. In corporate, it seemed easier because people were always interrupting, right? Once everybody got to work, it was a steady stream of interruptions, every 5 to 15 minutes. If you could get a 15-minute block of time in corporate America, it was a good day, because you could actually get a few things done. But normally it's a steady stream, depending on what your role is and how many people you're reporting to, how many people you interact with, which my jobs were always super interactive with other people. So, and all the departments in the organization I interacted with. So it wasn't just like my own department that we were doing things about in, it was everybody else needed things from us as well. So I'm curious, share in the comments below, what is your break point? Hey, every hour I need a break. So then your break point's an hour. Every 2 or 3 hours? What is it for you? Do you even know what it is for you? I guess depending on the activity, I sort of know what it is for me, but it's something I want to think about this week because I've never really paid a ton of attention to it. I've always just scheduled my time and my life based on the commitments that I've made, not necessarily what is 100% best for me and when am I most efficient and most effective based on when I take a break or when I stop doing something. So I will ponder that this week and get back to you. What else? Today, our idiom, our expression for our proverb was, don't look a gift horse in the mouth. And I used my granddaughter's little puzzle that makes the horsey sound, which is always fun. I love it when she's been here because it reminds me of all the cute toys and props and things I can actually play with even when she's not here. So of course that means don't be ungrateful or don't judge too much something that's given to you as a gift or out of kindness. And of course, it does depend on your relationship. I speak to things with respect to business relationships, and when it's a business gift, it should be seen as an absolute positive kindness gesture, an act that's above and beyond what is expected or required. In business, a gift is always something extra and should never be judged or criticized or given any undue meaning or intent to. It should be just seen as an absolutely positive kindness and a bonus and something to be grateful for. Our centering challenge today, we're doing not one fun thing. Last year was one fun thing every day. This year is we're doing one thing every day that centers you. That's my wake up, my voice task every morning. The first video I do every day is and this is the 4th year in a row I've done it. And this is actually not my 4th 365-day challenge. It's at least the 5th, but it was originally do one thing every day that scares you, to stretch my comfort zone, to get me so that I would do videos. And in order to do that, I had a little book that I got the idea, well, I wanted to stretch my comfort zone for another business and I didn't do it. I was going to do it with a friend and we ended up not doing it. And I had remembered that I had this little journal book called Do One Thing Every Day That Scares You. And so I committed to myself that every day that year I would go live on video and I would do a video doing the thing that's we were supposed to stretch our comfort zone about from that journal. And then I realized as I was going to the cabin for a couple more years that they kept making these books, they kept producing these books, and so it made it a really easy way for me to wake my voice up every day. So in the morning, usually this will be my most gravel-gerty video, although all of them tend to be gravel-gerty because that's my voice. But I just take and I share with my magnifying glass, of course, what the saying or the activity is for the day. Sometimes, depending on the topic, for fun, sometimes it was you had to draw something or do an actual physical activity. Same is true with centering you. I would imagine we're only on day 18, so I'm not sure exactly what they're going to all be because I don't look ahead. It's whatever the day is, I open it up, we share it, and then I go out and do it during the day just like I asked the folks doing the challenge to do. And it's fun, but I suspect this one is going to actually personally challenge me because I wouldn't consider myself one of the most centered people on the planet. Probably not. Like this one didn't have us rate ourselves on a scale of 1 to 10. Maybe we should do that. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow. We didn't rate ourselves about how centered do we think we are on a scale of 1 to 10. We'll do that tomorrow. And then I would say I'm probably not a very centered person. So it'd be interesting to do that at the beginning of the year and then at the end of the year, which is what we did for fun. And I think we did that for Scares You too, but I don't think we did it for Happy. Maybe we did. I don't remember. Anyway, doesn't matter. I'm wandering and meandering. I tend to do that sometimes. So those are the 2 main pieces of content that I'm doing every day. And then of course this, documenting my journey. Since I can't see these days, I should have like, even a couple of these wouldn't help. Maybe. I guess if they were clean, they might help. But I use a lot of magnifying glasses, a lot of 62-inch screen TV, blow everything up from my computer and my phone so that I can actually see it and respond. I love it when people pick on me about typos and things now. And I have to admit, I used to be that person that would sometimes, not very often, but once in a while, I would correct people's grammar or spelling. And now I'm like, heck no. If I can figure it out, it's close enough. I used to send my kids all these gibberish. Before I tucked my ego in and I said, okay, I need some tools to help me because I can't see to do this. I would send like texts and there wouldn't be a single letter in them right. And then they would call me and they'd say, okay, what were you saying? Because you shouldn't be texting. There's nothing that we can understand from this. So I'm getting better about using the tools that I need to continue to function and do what it is I want to do, but I'm still kind of stubborn and I don't always do it. Anybody else like that? All right. That's all I've got. I'm working on the next challenge. It's going to be, I think I'm going to do Get Up and Go still. I really feel good about that challenge, and I suspect that as challenging as 2020 was, 2021 may prove to be just as or even more challenging. You know, it's like any other year. We never really know what's going to happen or what we're going to get, but it's feeling, at least the first 18 days of this year, have felt bleh, and just kind of energetically challenging. And so I suspect, just like last year, it's going to be challenging. So we're going to get up and go in the direction that we want to, and we'll do that beginning February 1st. My plan is to start February 1st. Might start a little sooner. I'll take a peek at the calendar today, but my intent right now is to start February 1st, and we will do a 30-day free Get Up and Go challenge. I do challenges for free. I do them for fun. It's something I do that keeps me motivated and going on the side, and it's separate from anything else that I do. All right, have an awesome day. If I can help you in any way, ask in the comments below or hit me up in direct messaging. Otherwise, I'll be with you tomorrow. Bye. Take care. Have a great, awesome day.